Hi, okay, good. Whoops. All right. Good morning. Okay. So wait a minute or so, make sure everybody's settled in. And as you come into your comfortable seated position, I'd like to share with you some thoughts I've been having about what's been going on, and only because I feel that what's been going on, and it's a funny month, it's an elections are coming up, and we're very focused on that. But I fear that all of the other things that are very important, like racial justice, I don't want it to get swept under the rug. So I'm hoping that we can focus some attention on that and allow it to be in our consciousness, in our awareness, how we are all connected, how we are all the same inside. Doesn't matter what color you are, where you come from, what you believe. We're all the same, and we're all connected. So with that thought, come inside, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Begin to deepen your breath, thinking of the idea that when you breathe in, you're breathing in new life force, new energy. And you exhale, let go of everything you no longer need. Let go, relax. And if you can, perhaps you'll feel the connection we all have, even though we're in separate places, in separate physical rooms, where we have come together here as a class, and we are all connected. Continue to focus on your breath as you deepen it, deepen your inhale, and lengthen and slow down your exhale. Return to your natural rhythm of breathing. And slowly open your eyes. I'm moving just for a second so that I can move my clock so I can see out of the sun. All right. Okay, here I am back. So we're going to begin our practice in child's pose. But before we begin, I do want to let you know that there will be some poses, and perhaps when we get to our standing sequences that I may not be doing with you, but I will talk you through everything because I'm having a problem with my left knee, actually right under my knee here. So there are some things like pigeon, for example, that I can't do on that side. So, and I can't put too much weight on it. So it depends on when it's at an angle. So, okay, caution given. Let's come into our child's pose. Send your arms straight out overhead in front of you for an extended child's pose. Come onto the fingertips of your right hand. Lift your right arm away from the mat, and you're going to thread your left arm underneath your right, looking underneath your right arm. Allow your shoulder to come as close to the mat as it will let you. It's still early in class, so be kind to your body. Then unthread your arm. Flatten both palms. Then come onto your left fingertips and thread your right arm. Look underneath your left arm. Same thing on this side. To get your shoulder closer to the mat, you might want to lift your hips a little or just stay where you are. Everything is just perfect. Unthread, both arms parallel. We're going to do our stretches that we've done 100 times probably. So here we go. You're going to lift your hips. You're going to come forward, heart between your arms, lengthen your legs behind you. Inhale and exhale. Make sure you're pushing the mat away so that your shoulders aren't scrunched upward. Make sure you're using your core muscles to keep your middle from sagging down to the mat. Inhale, exhale, send your hips back, and we're going to come right back forward on an inhale. Inhale, exhale, back to your heels. Inhale forward. Turn under your toes, downward facing dog. Remember to push the mat away with your hands. Remember your heels are coming towards the mat, your chest towards your thighs. And once you get there, in your perfect dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, you want to walk your dog. And then come back to your dog. Come forward to a plank. You're only going to stay here for a second. Left knee down underneath left hip. Swivel your right foot on the mat. Okay, I lost my earpiece. Here it goes. Here we go. And fan open. Send your right arm alongside your right ear. Send your right toes away from you, your fingers in the opposite direction for a deep side body stretch. Bring your arm back down, bring your knee back down. Turn under your toes, downward facing dog. Come forward to plank, right knee comes onto the mat. Swivel your foot, fan open. Arm alongside ear, toes in one direction, fingers in the other to stretch your whole left side body. Feel the stretch in your underarm, in your hip, in your side, in your leg. Arm, too. And bring your hand down, bring your knee down. Okay. So while we're here in table, which is probably where you landed, and if not, just rearrange yourself so that you're in Baddhasana. And we're going to do some cats and dogs here. So on an inhale, you'll curl your spine towards the mat. Heart is aiming to come through your arms. Shoulder blades kissing. Exhale, arch your spine to the sky. Halloween cat. Inhale. And this time, hold in your dog and wag your tail. Side to side. Come back to center. Inhale, exhale to cat. And continue at your own pace from your inhale in dog to your exhale in cat. And after your next cat, make your way back to a neutral spine. Come up to stand on your knees just for a second to shake out your wrists. Back of your hands together and bend your wrists so your elbows are coming down. And then shake them out. Okay. So remember that if you do have problems with your wrists, ideally your wrists will be under your shoulders, but if you need to step them forward a little bit, you can do that. You can also use your rolled up mat to help you ease the angle of the bend in your wrist. Okay. So walk to the front of your mat. Send your right leg back behind you. Ball of your right foot is on the mat. Then you're going to lift your leg up hip high. Bring your left forearm to your hips to make sure they're square. You don't want this. Yeah. And send your left arm then alongside your left ear. Bring your hand down, bring your knee down. Other side, left leg goes back. First ball of your foot is on the mat. Lift it hip high. Check the alignment of your hips with your right forearm. Then send your right arm alongside your ear. And bring it down. Okay. Send your right leg back behind you, hip high. Left arm alongside your ear. Bend your right knee. Send your right foot over to the left. Reach behind with your left hand. Take your foot. And then bring it back into as much alignment as you can. Knee tracking under your hip. And look forward. Just look forward. Release. Left leg goes back. Lift it. Right arm alongside right ear. Bend your left knee. I'm not going to do this side with you, but you're going to send your foot over to the right. You're going to reach for it with your right hand. And you can do just what I'm doing if that doesn't work for you. And take your foot. Release everything, hand down, knee down. Step your hands forward just a little bit. You're going to come forward, heart between your hands, and you're going to begin to make circles with your hips. Next time you're facing forward, pause, and then go the other way. And then when you are facing forward, send your hips to your heels and come to child's pose. All right. Come back up onto your hands and knees. And this is the last pose we'll do from hands and knees. We're going to do thread the needle, but a little bit different than we've done it in the past. So you're going to send your right leg back behind you. You're going to lift it up hip high. You're going to rotate your leg so that your big toe side of your foot is parallel to the mat, is facing the floor. And you're going to swing your leg around so that it lines up with your knee, your left knee, and let it stretch a little bit. Right. And then you're going to fan open to the left. You're going to take your left arm and you're going to thread it underneath your right arm. Bring your shoulder to the mat. Oh, yeah. Can you feel that in your leg? Right. Good. Bring your arm up to the sky, your right arm. And then bring it right back down where you had it for support, and see if you can lift your leg just a little. And then bring it back down. Push into the mat with your right hand, fan back open to the left, bring your hand down. Bring your knee down. Other side. Okay. Left leg goes back. You're going to lift it hip high. You're going to send it out to the side. Your big toe side of your foot is facing the floor. You're going to step it down on the mat in line with your knee. Yeah. You're going to fan open to the right. Your right arm comes underneath, threads underneath your left. You're going to bring your shoulder and head down to the mat. You're going to lift your right arm, left. That would have been interesting. Bring your hand back down to the mat, lift your leg a little bit or a lot or whatever works for you. Bring it back down, push in to the mat with your left hand and fan back open to the right. Bring your hand back down to the mat. All right. And you're going to bring your forearms down to the mat. And you're just going to slide back and forth like a little train car on its tracks, back and forth, like you were 6 years old again. And you're playing with your little car. And then come to center. And then slide one leg back behind you and then the other. And coming into Sphinx pose. In Sphinx pose, your elbows are underneath your shoulders. You're going to reach your left arm straight out overhead onto the floor and roll over onto your left side, placing your head on your arm. You're going to bend your knees. Yeah. So you have a foot on top of foot, yes. And you're going to open your top knee like you are opening a book, or a clamshell, and then close it. Open it and close it. And do that 8 more times. Okay. So when you're done, then you'll lengthen the top foot, sending it away to the short end of your mat. Your foot is flexed. And you're going to lift your leg and bring it back down. Lift it and bring it down. Lift it. So we're opening up our hips a lot here. And bring it up, down, and up. And then you're going to bring it all the way down, still long. Then you're going to lift it, and you're going to make circles with your leg. Make circles. They can be little, they can be large, whatever your hip allows. And then pause and go the other way. And stop at any time. And now is a good time, if you haven't already, yeah? Okay, you're going to bring both knees folded together the way we started. You're going to push your hand into the mat and come back up. You're going to swing around, swing all the way around, and come to a sphinx on the other side. Lengthen your right arm. Bring your head onto your arm as you roll over onto your right side. Bend your knees, bring them together. If it's more comfortable, I should have said this before, but if it's more comfortable for you to bend your right arm and place your head on your bent arm, then that's fine too. You may have already done that. Okay, here we go 8 times. You're going to open that leg and close it. And breathe. Synchronize your breath. It doesn't matter when your inhale is, when your exhale is, but do an inhale and exhale as you open and close your leg. And when you're done with the 8th one, okay, so you're going to then lengthen your top leg, stretching it straight away from you. And you're going to lift it and bring it down. Continue with these leg lifts, again, 8 times. And bring your leg down and pause for a moment. Then lift your leg up and make the circles. And again, they can be as big or as small as your hips will allow. And then go the other way. I'm sure you're discovering some new muscles here. Yeah. And then bring your knees back together onto the mat. You're going to roll, push into the mat with your left hand, come up onto your hip, and come around into a seated position. Now, if you have a block or a blanket, you can use either. And my earbud is not cooperating. Maybe I lost weight and my ear got skinny and it's falling out. Okay, so if you're using a blanket, so you might want it double size like this, yeah. Or you'll use a block and you're going to come to sit on it. If what we're doing does not work for you at any time, you will come off your block. You will come to a cross-legged position. Now, what is the advantage of being on this block? My knees are completely touching the earth. Right. So you're going to, whatever leg is on top or in front, you're going to step on that one. You're going to take your right foot and thread it through underneath your left leg. You're going to walk your left leg over, take your ankle, and bring your leg back. Oh, I'm actually able to do that. Okay. So what we have here is knee over knee. Some of you may be able to do this without the block. You know, I can do it with ease without the block, but I like the block because it allows my knees to be lower. All right, so I recommend using some kind of height underneath. It also allows your spine to stay longer, to lengthen more. All right, so this is knee over knee, also called Gomukhasana legs. But we're not going to use it now. Gomukhasana is cow-faced pose. And there's an arm action to go with it, but we're going to do something a little bit different today. So if your left leg is on top, then your right arm is on top to come to eagle arms. So your variation of eagle arms, and you know the different variations, yeah? And come to your eagle. So imagine you're this mighty, bold and bald eagle sitting in its nest or perched on a tree or somewhere else on a mountain. And your shoulders, your elbows should be the same height as your shoulder, elbows and shoulders, same height. On an inhale, you're going to send your forearms up to the sky. On an exhale, you're going to let your elbows come toward your belly button or your waist. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale over to the right. I'm not mirroring you. I'm going on my right. Inhale to center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, center, and fly away. Release your arms. So now that you're on your block or blanket, you can just step both your feet in front of you and switch sides. And I'm sure I cannot do that on this side. So I am going to just leave my legs crossed here because I cannot do that on my left leg. Knee. Okay, good. So what leg is on top? The right. So the left arm goes on top and come to your eagle arms. You're going to inhale your forearms up to the sky for a back bend. You're going to exhale, come inside, bring your elbows to your middle. Inhale back up to neutral. This time, go first, whichever side you started, you started with last time, change it up. So maybe you'll go to your left this time, to the middle, and opposite side in your twists. And then come back to center and release your arms. Excellent. All right. So you can make your way, you're going to make your way up to stand. Right? And when you get there, you'll come to your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Shoulders over hips, hips over ankles, head over heart. Chin level with the earth. You're going to send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down, and let them fall naturally by your side. Bring your belly towards your spine to help lengthen your spine even more. You're going to inhale. Exhale, bring that energy down to your heart. Inhale. Exhale once more. Inhale. And exhale. To warm us up in a standing, on a standing plane, we're going to do 3 half sun salutations. So if you know these, I will talk everyone through it anyway, but you can do it at your own pace if you know this little sequence. Inhale, arms up, gather. Exhale, fold over your legs. Your knees can be bent a little bit. Exhale, inhale, halfway up to a flat back, crown of your head reaching forward, tailbone reaching behind you. Exhale, fold. Inhale, fly out and up and down to your heart. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, fly out and up, prayer to your heart. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, fly out and up, and bring that energy to your heart. Okay, so a couple of things that I feel confident that everyone knows Eagle here in this room, unless somebody new came that I can't see. But if you don't know Eagle very well, or if you'd like us to try it, wave at me. All right, good. Everybody's good here. Great. So there are a couple of sequences that I do want to go through with you that we're going to do in our flows, and I'm going to give you a couple of variations of them. But first, I also want to remind you, I'm pretty sure you probably know these, but I want to remind you of the variations for side plank. So in side plank, we're going to start, so just watch me first. We're going to start in down dog. You're going to come forward into plank. And the first variation is you'll step your right leg, your outside your long edge of your mat, and swivel on the bottom leg so that you're on the pinky side of your foot for this variation of a side plank. All right, next variation is your feet are far apart. You swivel your feet, come onto the sole of your front foot and open up to this side plank. Final pose, and I'm going to have to do this on the other side because of my leg, my knee. I can't put that much weight on it. So you're going to come forward in plank and then swivel, stacking your legs. And that's that. That's the other one. And okay. All right, so side planks. We're going to do another sequence which will involve a transition I want to show you. And we've done this in other classes. So we're going to be starting in Warrior One. You'll be in Warrior One. And you're going to slide your leg forward, and you can just come onto the ball of your foot. So this is variation one. You're going to bend your knees, sitting in your chair. You're going to cross your right over left, come in to your eagle. Right. And then you can just fly away and step to Tadasana. That's one variation. Another variation, we will be in Warrior One. I will ask you to slide your back leg and lift it up. Step back to Warrior One. Slide your leg, lift it up. Bend your knees, cross your leg over. Come in to your eagle. Spread your wings, uncross your legs, and fly away. Then you'll come back to Tadasana. So those are your choices, okay? So we have a level one and we have a level two flying sequence, eagle sequence, okay? And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that, I don't think so. Everything else, I'm confident that you can do the transitions. All right, so let's start. All right, come to your Tadasana. And breathe. Inhale, open your arms wide, bring them all the way up. Exhale, fly over your legs. Bend your knees if you need to. Okay. Send your right leg back behind you. Low lunge. Place your hands alongside your front foot. Look at your back foot. Make sure everything's okay. Your right hand is planted. Your left hand comes on your left thigh, and you twist toward your left thigh. And only after you've made your twist, your arm comes up, fingers reaching for the sky. But the important part, again, is the twist, not the extension of your arm. You're going to step on your back foot to come to Warrior One legs. Again, your legs are in their own track. You're going to come up onto your fingertips, send your arms streaming alongside your hips, and you're going to bring that beautiful warrior one up from the earth into existence, your warrior. You're going to start to bring your arms down. You're going to slide your leg and lift your leg up. You're going to step back to warrior one. Going to bring your arms down, slide forward, lift your leg, back to warrior one. Bring your arms down, slide your leg, back to warrior one. Don't forget, you can always just have your foot, ball of your foot on the front. Warrior one. Send your arms back behind you, yoga mudra behind you. Inhale, exhale, come halfway, folding over with a flat back. You're the same height of your thigh or just above it. You can inhale, or you can stay right here, or you inhale and then exhale. Come all the way down inside your legs, your knuckles to the ceiling, or straight back behind you, crown of your head reaching for the earth. Humble warrior, devotional warrior, Bhakti Virabhadrasana 1. Push your feet into the mat to come back up. Release your arms. Step in to warrior two legs. Get your legs set up, warrior two. We're in a very, very victorious mood here. So send your palms out away from you. Swing your right arm around, meeting your left. You're going to pull on your bow and release the arrow. Once again, swing your arm around, pull on the bow, release the arrow. Bring your back hand down to your thigh. Turn your left arm up, palm facing the ceiling. Bend your knee deeply, but make sure it doesn't go past your ankle, so heel toe away if you need to. Reverse warrior, framing your head with your arm. Bring your left forearm on your thigh, right arm alongside your ear, one long straight arm from your fingertips to your foot. Open up your heart. Straighten your front leg, your left leg, and come into a triangle. Okay, I'm not going to straighten mine too much. Come back up. Swivel back to warrior one. And it might not be swiveling, you just have to get, it's sloppy, a little bit sloppy, and that's okay. You're going to bring your arms down. You're going to take a breath. You're going to slide your leg forward and lift it up, or leave it down on the mat. You're going to bend your knees. You're going to cross your legs, coming into eagle, legs, eagle arms. Opposite arm from your legs on top. Squat down in your eagle. Spread your wings. Push into your supporting leg. Lift your leg and fly away. Or not. And then come back to Tadasana. Send your arms out and up and bring that energy you just captured down to your heart. Okay, other side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale halfway, exhale, fold. Left leg goes back. Twist to your right leg. Again, the twist is more important than your arm. Come back down, warrior one legs. Arms reaching straight out, bring that warrior up from the earth. Bring your arms down and come in to lift your leg. Send your leg back behind you. Bring your left leg back again and back to warrior one. One last time. You're going to come up with your leg and back to warrior one. Swivel in to warrior two. Oh no, wait. Stay in warrior one. Yoga mudra. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Push into the mat with your feet. Come back up. Release your arms. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Parsvottanasana, side angle pose. Long, straight side body. Straighten your leg. Triangle. Back to warrior two. Swivel back to warrior one. All right, I am not going to do this with you on this side, so I'll walk you through it. You're going to swing your arms and come up and lift your leg and step back. Twice more. Lift it up, step back. Lift it up and step back. Excellent. All right. You're going to send your arms back behind you, Yoga Mudra. Come forward on inhale, exhale, forward. I'll do it on the other side. Inhale, exhale, come all the way inside your leg. Inhale, push your feet into the mat, come up. Stand still and tall. Bring your leg up. You're going to cross it over, come into your eagle. Arms into your eagle arms. Nope. And then you're going to press into your supporting legs, open up your wings, lift your free leg, and fly away. And then bring it back down. Come to Tadasana. Fly out and up and down the center line. Okay. One more sequence, and then we will come down to our mats. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Send your right leg back behind you. Send your left leg back behind you, downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. Get your feet set up. for side plank, turn to side plank. Bring your arm down, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg all the way up to the sky. Bend your knee. Send your knee tracking forward in between your arms, hovering plank. Back up to the sky. Once more, bend your knee, hovering plank. Let your knee float as you come forward into plank. Back to three-limb dog. This time, you're going to bend your knees. You're going to come to hovering plank, but you're going to place your knee down inside your arms. You're going to bring your left knee to the mat, turn over your toes. So your knee and your heel are underneath your thigh, or your shin. I'm sorry, your shin and your heel are underneath your thigh. So it's not pigeon, right? This is swan pose. You're going to come up onto your fingertips, or you can stay with your hands flat on the mat. Lift up, look up. Inhale, exhale, bend your elbows and come down. Take a sip of that water in the lake, or maybe there's a fish there you want to grab. Inhale, back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swan, beautiful swan. Work to get your balance. If you had blocks, it would be easier. You're going to send your arms back behind you, Yoga Mudra, your wings alongside your body as you glide over the lake. Bring your hands back down to the mat, turn under your left toes, lift your knee away from the mat, three-limb dog. Bend your knee, pigeon. We're not going to do anything fancy in pigeon. You're just going to come to a reclining pigeon. Unless you want to, then you can come onto straight arms and do your thing. Now you'll come up onto straight arms. You're going to come down onto your right hip. So roll over onto your right left hip and send your left leg all the way in front of you, stepping your foot on the mat in front of you. So you have your right ankle, and in front of your right ankle is your left heel. So we had a swan, we had a pigeon, now we're going to go for a heron. So take your foot with your hands, and you can just stay right here. Or you can begin to unfold your leg. You could stay right here, or you can lengthen your leg, bring your nose to your knee for heron pose. So your leg, your long leg, is the neck of your heron. Your foot is probably his head, and your curled spine is body. I'm guessing. But that's what it looks like to me. Release. You're going to put one leg in front of the other, or you can just send your left leg back behind you, and that's what I'm going to do because of my bum left knee. And put your weight onto your left leg, stretch on your right leg, stretch your left leg back behind you, down dog. Step forward with your right foot. It could be 1, 2, 3 steps to get to the front. Bring your left leg forward, Uttanasana. Fly out and up and down the center line. Okay, other side. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Left leg goes back. Right leg goes back. Downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. Swivel into your variation of side plank. Bring your arm down, back to down dog. Lift your left leg, bend your knee, hovering plank. Three-limb dog. Hovering plank, three-limb dog. This time, you're going to bring your knee between your hands. I'm going to leave my right leg straight and away from the mat because I cannot put weight on this leg. Maybe I'll put my knee down there, yeah? Okay. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straighten, exhale. Go fishing. Inhale, straighten. Slide your arms back behind you, Yoga Mudra. Glide along the lake. Bring your hands back down. Lift your, turn under your toes, lift your knee away from the mat. Three-limb dog. Bend your knee. And I know I definitely can't do pigeon on this side, but I know you can. So come to pigeon. Okay. All right, so you can come to a reclining pigeon. I'm just going to straighten my legs so that I can make the turnaround. All right. Come back up onto straight arms in your pigeon. Roll over onto your left hip. Swing your right leg all the way around. You're putting your right leg in front of your left ankle. It's not what I'm doing because of my knee. So you're going to take your right foot. It is your right foot, correct? Yes. And while it's bent, you're going to lift it up and then maybe send it to the sky, bringing your nose to your knee or your forehead to your knee to create the shape of a heron. Kranchasana is the name of this pose in Sanskrit. Release your leg. You can cross one leg over the other. Bring your weight onto your wrist. Send one leg back, send the other leg back, downward facing dog. Step forward with your left foot, followed by your right. Uttanasana, forward fold. Fly out and up and down the center line. Okay. Bring your chin to your chest. Roll your shoulders down, bend your knees. And you're going to come all the way down onto the mat to come onto your back. You're going to bring your knees into your chest and roll from side to side. When you get there, take your time. And wherever you are, if you still have your knees into your chest and you like the feeling of it, then stay there in center without moving and just breathe. Or you can bring your feet to the mat and just breathe. Then bring your feet to the mat. Take a block or a blanket or a pillow. Lift your hips. Put that instrument under your hips. Should be really, your sacrum should be flat on it. So that would be just below your waist. Send one leg up to the sky. Send the other leg up to the sky. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat, lift your hips, remove your block or blanket or pillow, lengthen your legs for Shavasana. Come to your Shavasana with your legs comfortably open to the sides, your arms a little away from your body, rotated so that your palms can be facing upward, giving and receiving. Allow your whole back body to melt into the earth. Our home. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the changes that will lead me to who I am. Begin to deepen your breath. Roll your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, your feet away from you. Big, long full body stretch. Bring your knees into your chest and roll from side to side for a final massaging of your back. And roll over on to your left side to quiet the moon side of your body and wake up the sun side of your body to prepare you for the day ahead. And when you're ready, come up to sit. And get yourself in a position for a meditation. But I want to let you know that this meditation is called an allyship meditation, and it's about anti-racism. And it asks you to, I will be asking you to breathe in some of the feelings that people who are discriminated against feel. So I'm telling you that now so that if this is not something that appeals to you, if you wish to leave, you may do so now. And the rest of us will come into our comfortable seated, whether you are seated on the floor or on a chair. If you're on the floor, you are already connected to the earth. If you're in a chair, make sure your feet are touching the earth, the floor. Close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. And take deep breaths. And bring your attention to your solar plexus, your belly, that place beneath or around your belly button, your belly, your Manipura chakra. And breathe into your belly. Feel your belly expanding on the inhale and contracting on the exhale. This is the center of your courage, of your confidence, of your willpower. So breathe into it to stimulate those feelings, those qualities in you, throughout your body. Tap into your courage and embrace your personal power. Feel it. Feel the strength that you hold within. Feel your power. Now bring your attention to your heart. Feel your heart beating. And imagine that there's a window on your heart. And you can just slide it right open to open up your heart fully. Inviting clarity into your whole body, to your heart, to your mind. If at any time you're uncomfortable during this practice, just come back to your heart and breathe and focus on your breath. Now inhale feelings of heat, of darkness, of heaviness. It may be helpful to visualize dark colors and smells, any textures you might associate with the feeling tone of racism. That darkness, that heaviness. And when you exhale, radiate positivity and light throughout every pore of your body. Exhale, positivity and light. Continue to visualize yourself radiating vibrant light every time you exhale, and sensing the cool air, the vibrance and the freshness of light. On your next inhale, focus on the suffering of people of color, especially Black people. We can never fully understand the pain, the damage, the burden of racism, but we can be empathetic and we can stand up. So inhale and feel the hurt, the violence, the oppression and the trauma. Feel it. And then exhale, send out comfort, safety, and peace. Inhale, trauma. Exhale, safety and peace, comfort. Continue to inhale and exhale in that manner. And on your next inhale, visualize those affected by police brutality or other racist violence, how they might feel, what they might have endured and suffered. Breathe that in and feel it. Feel the fear. And when you exhale, breathe out safety and healing. Breathe out healing. Allow these opposites to continue as you inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, visualize those who are delayed or denied justice, those who are assumed guilty and punished excessively because of the color of their skin. With every inhale, inhale their hurt, their oppression, their trauma. Exhale, comfort, safety, and liberation. Inhale, hurt, oppression, and trauma. Exhale, comfort, safety, and liberation. Breathe in injustice, exhale liberation. On your next inhale, visualize those affected by systemic racism, those deprived of opportunities, afforded lower quality education, forced to use poisoned tap water or live near toxic waste. Breathe in their pain, breathe in the injustice they face. Exhale, safety, equal opportunity, and comfort. Breathe in the pain. Exhale, safety, equality, and comfort. Breathe it in and exhale, relief, complete relief. This meditation conditions us to stand up for others. It retrains our gut response of inaction to right action. It trains us to hold the pain of brothers and sisters who don't look like us and do our part to end their suffering. It takes courage to do this work, and it takes compassion. But we can do this. We sit and reflect so we can stand and act. So take a deep breath and let it all sink in. Exhale, liberation and justice. Allowing what you learn, what you feel to become as innate as your breath, so that when you see injustice, you will respond with action. Bring your hands to your heart. Bow your head. And allow any discomfort that you have felt from these thoughts to turn into compassion, to turn into right action. And may we never forget that we are all the same inside, that we, no matter where we are, no matter what room we're in, we're all connected. Namaste. Thank you so much.